You tired of being nice at your commander nights? You are, aren't you? Don't you just want to go eat? And by eat, I mean take a bajillion combat steps and slap around your opponents? Yeah, I thought so. Here, take a look at this.
Hello and welcome to another LRR MTG Deck Tech with me, Ben Ulmer. You didn't expect me in here, did ya? Kamigawa is back, baby, and this time it's significantly more glowy and purple. This plane is known for having a rich history, sneaky ninjas, fantastical spirits, and tons of cool legendary creatures you can build commander decks from. Luckily for me, one of my favorite creature types, the Noble Samurai, has also returned, only this time they're here to seriously heck things up. Say hello to Raiyuu, Storm's Edge, in a deck I'm calling Disrespect Your Surroundings! Raiyuu is a 3/3 human samurai for 2 red-white with first strike that reads, whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, untap it. If it's the first combat phase of the turn, there is an additional combat phase after this phase. Oh yeah, you heard that right. While other commanders are dirtling around, assembling some sort of engine, or slinging their pathetic spells, we're here to slam and welcome to the jam as we take extra combat steps and close out the game with big haymakers. All we need to get the pain train going is to attack with a single samurai or warrior, something that'll be easy with the new synergistic friends like Selfless Samurai, Asari Captain, Peerless Samurai, and Heiko Yamazaki. Just like Raiyuu, all these friends give you extra value if you attack with a single creature. Attacking alone isn't even dangerous if you sacrifice Selfless Samurai to give something indestructible. And with Heiko Yamazaki, that single attacking creature becomes an opportunity to cast an artifact from your graveyard. What kind of artifacts? Well, obviously your opponents will never escape Embercleave. Flash in every blue player's worst nightmare and give your attacking creature +1/+1, double strike, and trample, and blow past anything that stands in your way. And since we're samurai who live and die by the blade, we'll be including literally any of the sword cycle for both protection and some sweet value. I suggest the wolf sword, but only because everybody hates on it and the image of cutting a wolf out of someone lives rent-free in my brain. And while we're loading up on Samurai, why not bring along the other new Yamazaki, Narika? They do the same thing as their cousin Heiko, but for enchantments. And that means you can grab as many weapons as you would like when you replay Forging the Tyrite Sword over and over again. But this deck isn't just filled with these newfangled cyber samurai. No, we've got your classic boomer samurai too. Izuka the Ruthless has the ability to sacrifice a samurai to give your team double strike until the end of turn. He also has Bushido, which alongside cards like Konda and Fumiko, allow you to form a wall that your opponent's Bushi don't have a chance of getting through, since you'll only be sending in 1 creature on attacks. But how are we going to do any real combat damage when we're only attacking with 1 creature a turn? Well, that's easy. By repeatedly swinging in over and over and taking 50 combat phases? That's right. This deck features over 15 cards that net you an extra combat step, some of which are repeatable. Let's start off with the king of extra combat steps, Combat Celebrant, who very relevantly to Raiyuu is a warrior who can be exerted when they attack to give you an extra combat phase. That means when you attack with Combat Celebrant and exert it, Raiyuu untaps and gives you an extra combat phase if it's your first one on top of the extra combat phase that you're getting from Combat Celebrant. 3 combat phases? Pretty spicy, huh? Oh, just wait, my friend. We're only getting started on the spice. Breath of Fury is a classic enchantment that allows you to sacrifice the enchanted creature if it deals combat damage and attach it to another creature. If you do, you get another combat phase. Now, here's the fun part. Remember all those swords we talked about earlier? Strap them onto that enchanted creature, do your damage, and then when you sacrifice that valiant and brave single attacker, Arden, Intrepid Archaeologist, allows you to pick up all those swords and attach them to whichever creature picked up the Breath of Fury when you attack. You can also take advantage of other extra combat creatures like Morog, Fury of Akum, who is also a warrior, wink wink, and Godo, Bandit Warlord, to bring in even more pain. Add on a few colorfully and appropriately named spells like Aggravated Assault, Waves of Aggression, and Relentless Assault, and your opponent's life total is going to be non-existent. Now you're really carping some DMs. And if you're worried about those pesky token players piling a bunch of goblins in your way, why not bring in Silent Arbiter? Not only does it protect you from your opponent swinging back with a vengeance, it also makes sure that they aren't quadruple blocking with a bunch of dinguses. Dinguses? Dingusai? Dingai. And if you somehow run out of those extra combat spells, the new Invoke Calamity allows you to recast up to 2 of them with a total mana value of 6 or less. And if we're thinking about utility spells, let's throw in some board wipes like Wrath of God and Settle the Wreckage, just to make sure our opponent's board states don't get too spooky. Whoa, hey, yeah, okay, look, we're playing Settle the Wreckage, but come on, it's not like you're gonna be making any friends after you punch some dingai in the face 12 times in a row. You can also run mana powerhouses like Smothering Tithe, Dockside Extortionist, or Land Tax to keep up with even the rampiest of green decks. Actually, okay, no, I take it back, we're definitely a monster. Fine, we'll run Gift of Estates instead, you happy? Finally, because I feel like I never talk about land bases, we've got access to some great utility lands, like Sunhome, Fortress of the Legion, which allows you to give a creature double strike. And because we're on Kamigawa, you gotta use Hall of the Bandit Lord, which allows you to pay 3 life to give a creature you cast haste. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty looks like an incredible set. Raiyuu seems like a great punchy Boros commander who can absolutely punish an opponent for going shields down. The best part for me is that we now have a solid samurai commander who gives this tribe the power to become a full-on threat at the table. Enjoy!